Hello, my name is Leandro Cooper, Andy Cooper. Today I'm going to be presenting developer video 8. Uh, and so for a recap of this week, we've been trying to get this to work. Um, the repository was cleaned by one of my team members. So I've been having to look around and see what works. We don't have anything in common as of right now. Everyone has their kind of their own folder, which is it is what it is. So I've been trying to use TensorFlow to do uh, deep reinforcement learning, deep Q learning, and so that's what I've been trying to do. I don't know much about TensorFlow, so I've just been reading docs and trying to piece something together. And this is somewhat what I came up with. It doesn't work. Of course, it doesn't work. While I was doing that, I had to make the environment for it to run, which was also a pain. Because all the changes I read week prior had been basically deleted. Regardless of that. Yeah, this doesn't work. So we'll be continuing to learn TensorFlow. TensorFlow is a very large, deep learning library. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to learn, and this sprint or the story isn't due this week, so still have some time to finish it off. All right. So as for the databases. Do this one. Anyways, for the databases, I did it on the Django. So this is the model. This right now runs on SQLite. And we have a couple of things here. There's the account model and a couple of fields that are necessary. And so now we're going to test it. So I wrote a couple of tests here. So we see what we have over here is test case 1. Create account. Create account. This is database 1. Test case. This is where we test the customer account manager. This is where we test case 2 is where we test the account manager, the account model. This is where we register. This is where we do a bit of login, a bit of account detail, account model serializer, account model serializer 2, account model serializer 3. So it took me a while to make. So what are these? So what are these views? So these views are REST framework, REST APIs. We have the REST API for create API view, account login view, which is the API view. Because it's a post request, account detail view. This is a GET request, retrieve API view, account detail view, retrieve API, which uses O2 authentication. So what are serialized is basically just an easy way to create JSON data and parse JSON data. So we're going to go here and test it. And to test it, we made I can't find it. So easily. Python manage.py test v two. So here we see our test running, test create user, so that ran okay. Test account register view, that ran okay. Test account login view, that ran just fine. Test login count. Anyway, so we got a bunch of accounts here. We got a bunch of tests. To test those views and to test those serializers and to see that it's communicating correctly with the database. So this is SQLite database, but because it's the test database, it runs the test within. It first creates the test. It creates a table, and here we can look at it. So this is the table. This is one example of what the table creates. Account model groups, account model permissions. So right now, it looks like there's a couple of users here. It doesn't really matter. They created last month. This is very interesting. So that's our database SQLite, and how we're able to and just for the heck of it, no, it doesn't really work yet. Anyways, developer week video 8. This is what we have. It's good. We'll be continuing to work on TensorFlow and every TensorFlow related information.